You're watching What's Hot on CNBC TV 18, the big CNBC TV 18 exclusive tonight. In a move that will have serious ramifications on the Indian telecom space, TRAI has unveiled its recommendations on spectrum pricing. Now, if these proposals are accepted, 7 telecom companies will have to shell out over 16,000 crore rupees as a one-time fee for additional spectrum. Co-authors of the report, Rajat Kathuria, joined us now to discuss the implications. Also, we're joined by economic policy editor Siddharth Ravi, who's been tracking this story very, very closely. Rajat, many thanks for joining us. Let me first come to you. Most telecom companies who have reacted to the recommendations that you have made in your report say the report has gone beyond the 3G value. So what are the methods and the assumptions that you factored in while arriving at the conclusions that you have? Rajat, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, we essentially used two. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've used 2 economic models to arrive at the value of the spectrum, not the price, but we've arrived at the value of the spectrum. And these 2 economic models essentially look at the revenue and the costs of operators in every circle. And this has been done circle-wise. There's another approach that we've used to value the incremental spectrum, and we've used a kind of an economic model which is called the production function approach to arrive at the value. So these 2 approaches have been used in the report. The report is fairly detailed and exhaustive and has a lot of information and data. And since it's been released only today, there are a number of ramifications, implications of this report, and it would be a good idea to let the stakeholders have a look at the report and then really talk about the implications. We haven't looked at the implications of this on operators. All we've done in the report is that here was spectrum that was given to operators, and this is the value. What happens with that is something that we have not.
The stakeholders have begun to look at the recommendations that you've made. In fact, stakeholders have begun to comment on the recommendations that you've made. So let me just pick up on a few of the comments that are coming in, and I'm putting to you what Bharti Airtel has put on record now in response to some of the recommendations. Bharti Airtel says there is a huge inconsistency in prices in various circles. This is also something that's being echoed by Vodafone SR. Can you explain this to us? Why there is this huge inconsistency, disparity between the prices in different circles?
As I said, these are not prices that we have determined, these are values that we have determined. This is the value of the spectrum. Every circle in India, and there are 20 plus circles in India, if you look at the auction prices of 3G and you calculate what is called the standard deviation of those prices, which is the variation in the bids in 3G, and you look at the values that we have come up with in this report, and if you compare the variation, you will find that the variation in the values of the spectrum in our report are actually less than the variation that the 3G auctions revealed. So therefore the standard deviation is actually low, but you would expect variation in value across spectrum given that each circle is different. In fact, when licenses were first given out in the Indian telecom sector way back in '95, they had created 4 categories of licensees, and they were the metros A, B and C circles, and they were ranked in order of the value or the revenue potential of each circle. So the kind of disparities in valuation are inherent in the exercise itself.
We are also now joined by Rohit Prasad, another co-author of the report, and let me come to you, Rohit, with a question arising out of some of the details that we seem to be gathering from this report. There is one aspect which Rajat just spoke about. This is the charging of spectrum up to 6.2 and beyond 6.2. My question is that could you offer some clarity with regard to the renewal of licenses, because that is the second major aspect that we understand is a key question here. What kind of impact or valuation rather have you decided for the renewal of licenses? And many of the big telecom companies will have to start renewing their licenses from 2014 onwards.
The subject of the renewal of licenses is not something that's covered in this particular report to the DOT, but is covered as part of TRAI's recommendation of May 2010, and the recommendation of May 2010 of the TRAI was that licenses should be renewed at the current price, which they tentatively fixed as the price of the 3G auction, and then they left the question open whether the price of the 3G auction was indeed relevant, and this study actually presents their final position on what they call the current price. So going by the May 2010 recommendation, it would follow that the values that have been calculated as part of this study would be applicable for the renewal of licenses. But as I said, that was an issue which was addressed in the May 2010 recommendation and
Right.
not in this particular study.
So